Hello, dear children. I welcome you in today's English class. This is going to be the third video of Tarot's Reward. And in the previous two videos, we had completed till paragraph 7. Now, from 8 onwards, I am going to start this video. So, let's continue. We had seen that Tarot's father was overexcited, overjoyed to get the sack because his body was extremely shivering, cold when he was not getting the sack. But after drinking sack, he was so overjoyed, so happy that he had started a little bit of dancing. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Tarot's father politely offered her a cup of the sack. Tarot's father and Tarot's parents and he himself was very simple, innocent hearted. So they all were not hiding anything from their neighbors. So in that afternoon, when one of the neighbors visited them, Tarot's father politely offered sack, though it used to be very, very expensive drink. And especially for winter, for cold, it was very precious, very useful. But they offered it to the neighbor. The lady drank it greedily meaning with no desiring more, and thanked the old man. The lady accepted that with greed, and she thanked the old man, and even in her heart she wanted some more. Then Tarot told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. Hurry meaning haste. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. What happened? Because Tarot's family was not hiding anything from anyone, so they told everything, the entire story, how he got the sack from the waterfall. But the lady made it the news for the entire village. She did not keep it to herself. She left their house in hurry and she just spread this news to each and everyone. That evening there was a long procession of visitors to the woodcutter's house. And that evening, because this news had spreading, it became viral entire the village. So all of the entire villagers started coming to Tarot's house that evening. Each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the sack. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. See, the entire village heard the story of waterfall, that how the waterfall was giving sack to him, and how everybody tasted. So the pitcher where the sack he had kept, it was completely empty. Next morning, Tarot started for work even earlier than the morning before. Next morning, Tarot started for the work. Even he started earlier before the morning because he wanted to earn more, he wanted to work harder. He carried with him the larger pitcher he owned, for he intended, meaning desired or planned, first of all to go to the waterfall. Now, today he had brought the largest pitcher which was available to his house, and directly he went to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found to his great surprise all his neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, anything they could find to hold the magic sack. He was quite surprised because morning had not even started. But when he saw that near the waterfall, all his villagers, the entire villagers were there, and they had everything, like anything, whatever they could pack, whatever they could have. They had their pitchers, basket, buckets, everything, because they all had come for taking the sack. They were carrying, yes. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and again and then shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sack, only cold water. One of the villagers tasted, it was water only. Again and again he tasted and tried, again and again it was water and water only, nothing was there. So he got just shocked up that how, why it was so. He could not understand, nothing but water was there. Now they became very angry, and even the others also tasted. We have been tricked, shouted the villagers. Where is Taro? Let us drown him in this waterfall. They all were so mean, so selfish. They started shouting that Taro had played a game with them. And they said, where is Taro? Where is Taro? Let's bring him here and drown him here in this waterfall. They did not bother that maybe Taro would have not tell them. But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were going. He was nowhere to be found. But Taro was intelligent enough. He knew that if he would be caught there, definitely they would not listen to him. They would not listen that he was absolutely right to tell the story. It was not a story, it was the reality which happened to him. So it was his intelligent decision to hide himself. Though the entire villagers were searching for Taro, but Taro was not to be found by them. He hid himself. And dear children, today we will do this much only. Thank you everyone.